Some consumers are starting to crack. Lawmakers can't live on $174,000, and auto manufacturing concerns. Today, I read an article on CNBC.com written by Alex Herring titled, "McDonald's and Other Big Brands Warn That Low-Income Consumers Are Starting to Crack." The author of this article referenced the CEO of McDonald's as saying, "It is clear that broad-based consumer pressures persist around the world." Let me take a stab at interpreting this in plain English. In my opinion, this means people are having a hard time affording what they need in life because of inflation. They haven't seen their wages keep pace with inflation, and some are struggling with debt due to this higher interest rate environment. If your interpretation is different than mine, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. The McDonald's CEO also said consumers continue to be even more discriminating with every dollar that they spend as they face elevated prices in their day-to-day spending. In plain English, I think this means people can't afford to purchase as many things as they once could because companies have raised prices too much. In my opinion, this may be due in part to cost of doing business going up for some companies, but I suspect some of this also has to do with greedflation. Some companies are pushing their luck and testing the waters to see how much consumers are willing to tolerate. In addition to greedflation, there is shrinkflation, where companies are charging the same amount of money for a smaller quantity. I have no doubt some consumers are catching on, and they don't want to pay the same amount of money for a smaller quantity. I have noticed that French fry containers at some fast food operators have gotten so small they look like they are supposed to be part of a kid's meal, and the prices being charged are crazy expensive. Have any of you noticed things like this? If so, tell me about it in the comment section below. It's not just everyday consumers who aren't able to stretch their dollars as far as they once could. I read an article today on yahoo.com put out by Business Insider and written by Brian Metzger titled, "Retiring Lawmakers Are Once Again Complaining That Their $174,000 Salary is Too Low." The author referenced Representative Patrick McHenry, who is one of many retiring House Republicans, who told an interviewer earlier this year that a $174,000 salary for rank-and-file members of both the House and the Senate was not enough. Well, my friends, there are a lot of hardworking Americans who do some dangerous and disgusting jobs, and they don't earn a fraction of that amount of money. To my point, the author of this article said the median household income in 2022 was $74,580. I realize living in Washington, D.C. is expensive, but perhaps lawmakers need to focus on doing something about all of the inflation in our society instead of complaining about their salaries. Decisions made in Washington are far-reaching, and they impact people all across America and around the world. The author said government experts have said lawmakers should get a salary increase because it's an important measure to safeguard against corruption and ensure that the best talent can serve. Here are my thoughts. You don't need to make more money to counter corruption. You need to have ethical people in power who would never stray from their morals. In terms of ensuring that we have the best talent, I think a lot of people would argue some elected officials are nowhere near the best talent. There are probably some highly intelligent yet socially awkward individuals who could serve this country well that will never get elected because they don't look good on television or they don't have the charisma to network with the right individuals. Oftentimes, those who are elected aren't the best people for the jobs. They just resonated with the right individuals. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. Keep in mind, these aren't my thoughts. These are the thoughts of the commenters. One commenter said, "You also have government pensions, paid maternal leave, and full government health care, things you have denied the rest of us, so no sympathy here." The next commenter said, "They should pull themselves up by their bootstraps. It's as easy as that." Isn't that the mantra often invoked by these people when discussing legislation to aid the less fortunate? Another commenter said, "What do you expect from the entitled that have no reality? They get paid huge amounts of taxpayers' dollars for just tearing down America and doing very little to serve those that elected them." The last commenter said, "Get a job at Walmart, Buck. That will be the only job you can find since all the trade agreements that you helped pass offshored all of the better jobs that were once here in the U.S." What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Reflecting on that last comment about jobs here in the U.S., I worry about auto manufacturing jobs. I read an article today on Yahoo Finance written by Praz Subramanian titled, "Jeep Ram parent Stellantis slides 10% as concerns grow over bloated inventory." The author indicated Stellantis stock slid on Tuesday as the company reported first quarter sales. The author also said Stellantis has 25 new models on the way, and there is worry that inventories could build back up and lead to discounting that will eventually hurt its margins. Okay, here are my thoughts. Inventories don't need to build back up. Stellantis already has a lot of vehicles piled up on dealership lots. I read an article last month on carscoops.com written by Michael Gauthier titled, "Dodge has enough inventory to last nearly half a year, if not longer." My friends, that is a lot of inventory to move before 25 new models hit dealership lots. Who's going to buy all of these expensive new vehicles when many consumers are hurting financially? Who's going to finance these now that interest rates are higher and a lot of people have massive amounts of negative equity in their current vehicles due to overpaying for them in recent years? Rolling over that negative equity to a new loan may be possible, but imagine how big the monthly payment might be. Tack on higher insurance that everyone is dealing with, and this is just not doable for many American families. I read some of the comments beneath this article. One commenter said, "The prices for the trucks is off the charts. They are so overpriced. Nobody can afford them." Another commenter said, "Nobody wants an electric Charger or Challenger. The climate scam will force them out of business." The next person said, "Car companies better start making cheaper cars because people are wising up and not paying $80,000 for a half-ton pickup truck." The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone who said, "Time to start cutting U.S. plants." This last comment is what worries me. At some point, Stellantis may realize they have a serious problem on their hands. They may decide to ramp up layoffs and close down some manufacturing facilities to cut costs. I worry about the families that may be impacted when this happens. Some people may be forced out of a job in the future. They may have few prospects in their area for new employment that pays close to as much money. I think many automakers got in over their heads with EVs and expensive trucks and SUVs. Very few are focusing on cheap and reliable transportation that everyday Americans can actually afford. I realize a lot of people want a fancy SUV with heated and air-conditioned seats, a panoramic roof, and four-wheel drive that they will probably never use. The reality is, many of these people are throwing away a lot of money on their expensive car payments instead of investing their money for the future. I have to wonder how many people have no retirement or an underfunded retirement because they have prioritized looking cool in a fancy new fully loaded SUV with a large payment. This isn't everyone, but I'm sure some of you know people like this. I truly worry about the decisions they are making because there may come a time in their lives where they will regret what they did when they were younger, but it may be too late then. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. Check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.